Hi everyone, hope you are all doing well and safe. Welcome to the practical course of circuit analysis. Here's your lab instructor Nishita Alwaz. Agenda of this experiment includes 7 different sections: lab objective, equipment needed for the experimentation, theoretical background, software implementation, results and discussion part, conclusion, and the task assigned. The objective of today's experiment is to determine the voltage across nodes through nodal analysis of the circuit in Multisim software.
The basic equipment needed for the experimentation is NI Multisim software installed on the personal computer.
Firstly, we have to look at the theoretical background of this experiment. So, nodal analysis is the basic theme of today's practical. Nodal analysis is a method that provides a general procedure for analyzing circuits using node voltage as the circuit variables. Node is a terminal or connection of more than two elements. Nodal analysis is also known as node voltage method. This method commonly used for networks having many parallel circuits with a common terminal ground. This method is based on Kirchhoff currents law, KCL, and we have to find the potential difference between the elements or branches in any electrical circuit. For this method requires less number of equations for solving the circuit. Kirchhoff current law states that the sum of currents entering the node is equal to the sum of currents leaving the node. In other words, the algebraic sum of all the currents entering and leaving the node must be equals to 0, as we can see in the equation number 1. Here are the two currents entering the node are all positive in value, and the two currents leaving the node are all negative in value. That means the total positive and negative currents equals to 0. Means we can say that all positive currents equals to the all negative current. If we take the example of water entering through the pipe for the understanding of Kirchhoff current law, then in this diagram on the right hand side of this slide we have 4 pipes. Q1 pipe basically shows the entrance of water from it, and we have 3 pipes Q2, Q3, Q4 from which we can be seen the leaving of water. So entering water Q1 equals to the water leaving from Q2, Q3 and Q4. Exactly the same phenomena as we have seen in the Kirchhoff current law. Types of nodes in nodal analysis. So in nodal analysis we have basically 2 types of nodes: non-reference node and the reference node. Non-reference node is the node which has a definite node voltage. Like in our current circuit, as we can see in the slide, we have A and B nodes that are basically the known reference nodes. And reference node is the node which acts as a reference point to the other nodes, also called as the datum node. In the current circuit, basically C node is the reference node, which is basically the ground node, and we are going to consider this node equals to 0 volt. Here we have the major procedure steps we have to follow for our nodal analysis. Step 1, choose a reference ground node. Step 2, assigning the node voltage to the other nodes. Step 3, applying Kirchhoff current law KCL to the other nodes other than the reference node. Express currents in terms of nodal voltages. Step 4, solving the resulting system of linear equations for the nodal voltages. Here we have circuit diagram consisting of 5 resistors and 1 voltage source. So firstly we have to mention the nodes across the circuit. In the current circuit basically we have 3 nodes, node 1, node 2 and node 3. Node 2 is basically the ground node and we are going to consider this node as a reference, means voltage across this node is equals to 0. And then we have node 1, means the joint point, connection point between 3 branches, means 3 resistors of 5 ohm, 30 ohm and 10 ohm. And we will consider this node as node 1. And then we have the last node of node 3, means the connection point between 3 resistors, 10 ohm, 10 ohm and 20 ohm. If we write down the equations of the nodal analysis, then in the current circuit we have basically 3 nodes, node 1, node 2 and node 3. And we are considering the voltage across node 2 equals to 0 because there is ground, and we are considering this node as reference. And now if we talk about this node, then there are basically 3 branches across this joint point. And so for node 1, if we apply the Kirchhoff current law, then N1 basically across this 5 ohm resistor we have current V1 minus 100 divided by 5 because we are currently present at this node, plus V1 divided by 30, V1 divided by 30. And now if we derive the current value across this 10 ohm resistor, then basically current equals to this node V1 minus this node V3 divided by 10 equals to 0. For node 3, if we take or basically applies the Kirchhoff current law across this node, then there are basically 3 branches across this node. And for the analysis of current across node, basically the branches, like firstly we have a 10 ohm resistor, so we have to apply the Kirchhoff current law. Then current across 10 ohm resistor is basically equals to V3 because V minus V2 because we are currently present at node 3. So V3 minus V1 divided by 10 plus V3 divided by 10 and V3 divided by 20 equals to 0. So these are all the node equations. So if we simplify the equation across node 1, basically this one, then we will combine the values, means the coefficients across the V1 voltage and across the V3 voltage. Across V1 we have 1 by 5, then we have 1 by 30, then we have 1 by 10. And across 3 we have basically the coefficient of 1 by 10. So here we have one constant term, 100 divided by 5. So divide 100 by 5, then we have minus 20 voltage. Means the constant value, basically not voltage, means the constant value. So take this term towards the right side of the equation. So we have this type of equation, means positive 20. So by taking the LCM of these values, basically we have this equation. Then 10 by 30 V1 minus V3 by 10 equals to 20. Then I will basically multiply this equation by 30. Then we have the equation 10 V1 negative 3 V3 equals to 600. So this is our equation number 3. So if we simplify the equation number 2, means the node 2 equation, then we have to combine the values of V1 and combine the coefficient of V3. So negative V1 divided by 10 here, then we have the coefficients across V3, basically 1 divided by 10, 1 divided by 10 plus 1 divided by 20. Then I will take the LCM of these values. Then we have minus V1 divided by 10 plus 5 divided by 20 into V3 equals to 0. Then multiply this whole equation basically by 20. Then we have equation number 4 basically equals to negative 2v1 plus v3, 5v3 equals to 0. For the solution of voltages V1 and V3, we have to multiply equation 4 by 5. After multiplying, we have equation basically negative 10 V1 plus 25 V3 equals to 0. So add equation number 3, this basically this one, and equation number 4 multiplication after multiplication of 5, this one. Cancel out these terms because these are common. This one is positive, this one is negative, so we have 0. Then add basically this term, so we have 22v3 and equals to 600. Divide 600 by 22, then v3 equals to 27.3 volt. Put v3 in equation number 3, means this one. So we have 10v1 in negative 3 into 27.3 equals to 600. So 10v1 equals to 600 plus 81.9. After simplification, we have v1 which is basically equals to 68.2 volt. So basically these are our node voltages v1 and v3. If we talk about the advantages of nodal analysis, then this analysis can be solved directly for node voltages. This analysis can be applicable for planar and also for non-planar circuits. So what are the planar circuits and what are the non-planar circuits? A circuit is a planar if it can be drawn on a flat surface without crossing wires. A non-planar circuit is a circuit that can be drawn with at least one crossing wire, meaning it cannot be drawn on a flat surface. This analysis works best for circuit with free nodes. It also works for any type of circuit. The only limitation of this analysis is that the conserved quantity must be a function of node variables. So firstly, we have to move towards the NI Multisim software. As we have already seen that our circuit basically consists of 5 resistances and 1 voltage source and 1 ground. So pick these components firstly and place it on the NI Multisim window. Pick resistor. Then firstly, I have to pick the resistor of 5 ohm. Pick it and place it on the window. Then select another resistor of 10 ohm, pick it and place it on the window. Then next resistor is of 30 ohm, so pick it and place it. Another resistor of 10 ohm, pick it and place it. Another one is of 20 ohm, pick it and place it. Next, moving towards the sources and then power sources, then pick the battery DC power and place it, and pick ground terminal and place it. Now in this experiment, we basically need the battery of 100 volt. So double click basically on this battery and write down the value of 100 volt and click OK. Now arrange all these components in the same fashion as we have seen circuit in our previous slide. So rotate this resistor by pressing Ctrl R, and no, basically we have to rotate this circuit. So resistor basically. So select this Ctrl R, and then we have to rotate this resistor. Press Ctrl R and then select this resistor and press Ctrl R. So connect all these components. Now we have to run our circuit. So click on this run button. But firstly, we have to connect probes across the node voltages. So in this experiment, we have an idea about the nodes. So ground terminal basically consists of 0 voltage. So this is our first node, this is our second node, and this is our third node. Place probe right there. Pick another voltage probe and place right there. So in this experiment, we basically need only the DC voltage. The remaining is for basically AC voltage circuits, or this circuit is DC. So double click and select custom, then select show, then select only VDC, remaining are no, and press OK. Double click, custom, show, and again deselect, select only VDC and press OK. Now we have to run our circuit. So here we have the voltage of V1 equals to 68.2 volt, and voltage of V3 is basically equals to 27.3, exactly the same values we have seen in our mathematical work. So for the DC operating point analysis, we have to move towards the simulate, then analysis and simulation. Then click on DC operating point. Here we need only the prop 1 voltage and prop 2 voltage. So select all these components and run. So here we have the proper analysis of our circuit, means the node voltages. V2, node 2, basically multisim considering the reference voltage ground as voltage 1. So except ground, we have two another voltages, prop 1 and prop 2 voltage. Prop 1 equals to 68.18182 and prop 2 basically equals to 27.27273. Exactly the same values we have calculated in our mathematical analysis, in our derivation of equations. Finally, the conclusion is here. By the help of nodal voltage analysis, we are able to find the unknown voltage drops around a circuit between different nodes that provide a common connection between two or more circuit components. We have also learned the nodal voltage analysis implementation on NI Multisim software. Tasks assigned for this experiment are listed in this slide. Thank you very much for listening to me.